Welcome back, guys, to another World Cup squad reaction. Today we have the mighty England, the Three Lions. Is it coming home? I don't know. We'll decide that when we dissect the squad. Before we start, please like, comment, subscribe. Getting close to 200 subscribers. Run it up. Let's go. Road to 200, baby. I'll
Do it.
kick it off to Sam. Read off the names of this England squad. Don't even have an adjective for it.
Yep. So starting off here with the goalkeepers, we have Jordan Pickford, Dean Henderson, and James Trafford. A notable name missing out here is Nick Pope. Also Aaron Ramsdale, but I don't know. He was never going to make it. What did you guys think of the three?
Um, I I don't think they're bad. I was a little surprised to see James Trafford, but I don't mind that. I kind of wish some teams would factor that in more. I feel like it's just like he's the young guy, so you might as well get him the experience of being there and training and feeling the atmosphere. And who knows, maybe you throw him in like a third game if you don't need it. But that was probably the only surprising one. I feel like Dean Henderson and Jordan Pickford make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. I was a little shocked Nick Pope got or Trafford did get selected over Nick Pope, but I do see the reason behind it, and I actually do kind of rate it.
hmm I'm also
I don't know. I
surprised.
feel like Ramsdale had a shout. He became the starter at Newcastle like in the second half of the year. I feel like he deserved to
Did
be
have a
the
shout.
third goalie. He's been there before. I mean, James Trafford can't get a game at City, so I don't really see the point.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be a while before he actually plays for City, or maybe he leaves in
I think he'll leave.
big game time.
I think he'll go on loan to a smaller team. Not leave permanently though, because
Yeah,
he's England's future number one and probably City's as well. Yeah, I don't know. Pope didn't really deserve it, but he's just been involved so much recently
yeah.
over the
Yeah.
last few years. But hey, I back it.
I'm also just kind of surprised, three squad reactions deep into this series, if you will. I'm kind of surprised that only Portugal made use of the four goalie rule. Like, why not? It's free.
I know.
God forbid all else fails. Like, why not? Especially
Yeah,
like Spain and England, who actually have like, what's the word for it? More evenly distributed goalies. Like their fourth option wouldn't even be a bad option.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Like for Ricardo Velho in Portugal, like he was defined as like the emergency goalie, so I don't even know if he's going to be on the roster. But the way that it
Hmm.
was marketed, it did look like he was on the roster.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd have to
Interesting.
look more into that. But yeah, if there is a fourth spot, I don't see why they wouldn't use it.
Yeah.
But any last thoughts on the goalkeepers? I think
Nah,
that's
nothing
fair
crazy. Yeah.
assessment. Yeah,
I think Pickford's the clear cut starter anyway, no matter
Yeah.
what. So
yeah, definitely. Moving on to the defenders, we have Mark Gahey, John Stones, Esri Konsa, Dan Byrne, Jarrell Quansah, Nico O'Reilly, Reese James, Tino Livramento, and Jed Spence. Some notable defenders that are missing out: Harry Maguire, Lewis Hall, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Luke Shaw, and Fikayo Tomori.
and
What do you
Levi
guys think?
Caldwell.
And Levi Colwell, yeah, but
Granted, he was
he,
unhealthy this year, so
yeah,
a little different.
he's yeah.
Yeah.
What did you guys think?
I'm honestly, as someone with no skin in the game, I'm not English or a fan of England, and I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm honestly like disappointed that Harry Maguire didn't make it. I just feel like he's a leader. He's got experience. He can offer you a header when you need it, as we've seen many times before. And I feel like he's had a really good like revival this year with the Man United revival. Like if back in fall we were theorizing on the squad and stuff, if you told me then he was gonna miss out, I'd be like, all right, it kind of seemed like he was finished, but now it doesn't I don't feel the same about it as I did. That was kind of like my biggest one that stood out.
Y- Yeah, he's also a good penalty kick taker in the shootouts.
That's
I mean, the
true
guy just
too.
blasts them in the
He
top
does.
corner like everything. But yeah, I mean, obviously he was Southgate's boy. He was one of his favorites. And like even when Harry Maguire was playing horrible and he turned into a meme on social media, like he'd show up for England and he'd just ball out tournament
Yeah,
after tournament. He I think when we predicted the England roster back in the fall, I think if I remember correctly, he scored at least a goal in every tournament, every major tournament or every World Cup or something. But
probably. Yeah,
yeah, that's not his job, obviously, but definitely a plus, and he's a threat on corners and everything. But I feel like he finally earned like a spot to
Yeah.
be called up, and he didn't.
yeah.
But what do you think about the defenders and Harry Maguire as well?
This is the most shocking group of defenders I've ever seen ever put on the England shirt. There's no way you can look at every possible option. You have the best English right back probably of all time. Probably the best one of the best right backs in the world, and you say, "Nah, not this year. I'm gonna leave him home this time." And you leave him home for Jarell Kwanzaa, like
Yeah. And
Tino Livramento. Like, what are we doing here, Toko? Do you want you're just trying to flex to the English media that you can pick whatever players you want? Okay.
uh,
This team, I'll be shocked if this team makes it past the round of 32. I'll be
wow,
shocked.
There were some bold decisions made.
there really was. I'm not huge on Jed Spence.
Yeah, Jed Spence.
I
That's
that's
another
another
one.
one. I'm just kind of like nah on, and yeah, it's like Trent. Like I know he has the problems defensively, but we're always talking about scenarios, and maybe England's just not expecting to be down a lot. But I feel like even if you're not starting him, like that's a guy where if you're down a goal and you need to make something happen, maybe you sub off a Reece James and throw in a Trent, and like just try to get forward, get crosses in. Like he's one of the best passers, like especially as a right back, one of the best passers ever. I just doesn't. I don't know. There is some very questionable decisions there. Obviously,
Yeah,
you know, everyone has their guys. Even Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall's been having a great year.
Lewis Hall has been. I thought Lewis Hall had a chance to start.
Yeah. Like
I mean, Nico.
I was gonna say I like Nico O'Reilly a lot, and I'd probably start him. But like, why not? Why not have Lewis Hall? I just Jed Spence. I'm not. I don't love him. He's not bad. I'm not saying he sucks.
Yeah,
I
he's good defensively, but yeah, I don't know. I would still take Lewis Hall over Jed Spence.
think I would too.
And I think he's another one. I feel like he earned it. Like it's not
Right.
based off
Yeah.
media has created. Like Lewis Hall
Yeah.
this season earned it.
It's like it's not like just because of the team he plays for. Like he plays for Newcastle. It's not like, but eh,
Yeah,
it's not like I'm picking him because it's a Big Six club. It's just I feel like he's been better.
yeah.
Tino Livramento. When we made our list, I picked him. I don't mind that one. I like his versatility and what he
Mhm.
offers. He's young as well. Um,
Play on both sides at
yeah,
fullback.
just Jarrell Quanta too. It's like I don't know, man.
I don't
Like
understand how Quansah makes it over Maguire. I don't understand. Caldwell is back, and honestly, he looked good. Like in the FA Cup final. Like I would have played. I would have called him up. I think he's class. Also,
John
Fikayo
Stones didn't make it
Tomori.
either, right? Or did he?
No, he made it.
He
John
made it.
Stones is yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, he's which I mean, John Stones is great, but like I get like he hasn't really earned it this year. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like at that point, why not Harry Maguire?
Yeah. Well, any last thoughts on the defenders? Anything that stood out to you guys?
Um, outside of what I've said, not really. Just I don't know. It's surprising. Everyone has their people, and like I mentioned in the Spain video, obviously it seems like a trend that big names aren't getting you there. The club you play for isn't really going to be what gets you on the plane anymore. But I don't know. I do feel that there was better options for this defense, no matter how you spin it.
Yeah.
I do
No,
like
I
Tuchel
agree.
though, so we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
with that.
Moving on here to the midfielders, Tuchel selected Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson, Jordan Henderson, Kobe Minu, Jude Bellingham, Morgan Rogers, and Eberichi Eze. Some notable names missing out here are going to be Cole Palmer, if you consider him in that midfield list, Morgan Gibbs White, Adam Wharton, Phil Foden, Alex Scott, and also my guy, Tyler Morton. I'm throwing him in there. Snubbed.
That's fair.
Guy.
James Garner, even. Some
Yeah,
people-
James Garner's another one.
Yeah.
Keep going. What'd you guys think?
Ethan, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I don't want to do all the
I
yapping.
mean, it's not as shocking as the defense is, but again, I don't know how. Again, you look at Morgan Gibbs White, you look at Cole Palmer, you look at Phil Foden, and you just say, "Yeah, I'm not bringing these guys." I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I'm thinking like this is just a theory. There's literally no basis to it. I'm thinking maybe Cole Palmer's finally getting the surgery everyone's been talking about, and like, but there's no news
make
on that
sense.
either.
He would have. Why would he have risked this
Why
all
wait?
year long?
I just don't love the Jordan Henderson shout. I know Ethan likes it, and
I love it.
I know Tuchel likes him, but
He's just there for experience.
It's like I said in other videos, like guys like Harry Kane, Harry Maguire, Pickford. Those are all guys who can play and have experience. I don't think I'm not saying it's not valuable. I just why waste there's other leaders. I feel like there's strong leaders elsewhere.
No, sure.
In a thing where you only get so select few amount of spots, it's like you're gonna go for leadership over like a Cole Palmer or Adam Wharton or just a guy who can Trent, even if you want to slot him as a midfielder. Like, I just don't understand it, really. I will say they're pretty stacked in the midfield. Like, they brought a lot of good guys. I really like Eze, Morgan Rogers, even Kobe Mainu's been good this year. I said I would have brought him. Elliot Anderson, people say he's one of the most consistent guys in the Prem. Obviously, Rice is getting Ballon d'Or shouts. And Jude's getting to a point where he's underrated. It's definitely not bad. I'm not sitting here like this is egregious, but I just don't love the whole experience pick sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like that roster spot could have been used for somebody else.
Yeah.
But looking at it, I mean, you got Harry Kane, you got Jordan Pickford. In the back, you probably got a guy like John Stones. They do have experience, but it's like a lot of those names that have been building this England project throughout the years under Southgate, like they kind of got excluded, but Henderson's on the way.
Right. I mean, hey, you want to talk about experience? Cole Palmer scored in the Euro final. He's not there.
Yeah, but that guy's leadership qualities definitely aren't up there.
No, definitely not. If mentality is what you want.
He might not even know the definition of leadership.
Yeah, that guy's a brick, man.
The midfield.
I feel like Alex Scott got snubbed there. I feel like he's a better player than Elliot Anderson. Just my personal opinion.
That's bold. That's really bold. I was shocked not to see Adam Wharton.
Yeah, that's another good show.
Like Adam Wharton went to the Euros 2 years ago, and he wasn't even nearly as good as he is now.
Right. That is very true.
Adam Wharton should just switch his allegiance to Spain. He plays like a Spanish midfielder anyways.
That guy's quite the opposite of Spanish.
Want to play for Brazil?
That guy plays like a Spanish midfielder. That guy's Spanish.
He does. But dude, I will never understand this, man. Tyler Morton, man, he shouldn't have been called up, but the fact that he wasn't even in contention.
Guy, get him to the Premier League, then he can stop playing. Guy.
Exactly. It's just
he's in a Farmers League, guy.
It's club tax. Listen, bold prediction here. In 2 years from now, Tyler Morton will be starting next to Declan Rice at home in the 2028 Euros. Book it.
Okay. All right.
Moving on. On to the forwards here. Tuchel went with Harry Kane, Ollie Watkins, Ivan Toney, Bukayo Saka, Marcus Rashford, Anthony Gordon, and Noni Madueke. Some forwards missing here. I'll say it again. Foden. Jared Bowen is another one. Danny Welbeck, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I guess you could throw in there. Some notable guys.
Liam Delap snubbed.
Dude.
That,
Liam Delap shouldn't even play for the under 18s.
that guy shouldn't make.
Is Jamie Vardy still in contention?
Dude,
I don't think
Jamie
Liam
Vardy needs to
Delap
go
would
back
make
to
cuts.
Leicester and bring him back to the championship.
Good.
But yeah, their forwards are good. I feel like they, instead of going for like, and I also don't know if this is Tuchel's like kind of plan, where I feel like England has always had such a deep roster and we never knew kind of like which guys were going to start just because there were so many good ones. And looking at it now as like a whole picture, I feel like Tuchel went for a starters approach and a bench approach. Because obviously, like in this forward section, I'm looking at it and yeah, Foden could have been in there, Bowen could have been in there, Palmer could have been in there. But like I feel like I can pinpoint these starters from the bench very easily here.
It is kind of funny you said that because I was just staring at them and kind of like drumming up a similar idea where it's like I would have personally went for like a Bowen over like a Noni Madueke who hasn't really done anything this year, but
Yeah.
I can see where if you're not playing Saka, Noni's like a very similar play style if you want a backup or like to rotate someone in. And like you said, there is a clear difference between like who's who.
It gets me thinking if obviously guys are going to want to start, everyone wants to start. But if you bring in guys who kind of know their role a little bit better, rather than like a Foden who would probably sulk on the bench or a Palmer, like maybe there's a clear kind of like I'm going to be a bench guy, but I'm going to contribute. I'm not going to be upset about being a bench guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's an ego thing.
I feel like Jared Bowen would have bled the badge off the bench.
Yeah.
But I agree. I agree. That's not to say I disagree with your point, but more so advocating because I like Jared Bowen. But
like I feel like overall in the grand scheme of things, looking at this team, like there is a group of starters and there are guys that are going to be super subs, you could say.
Yeah. I'm not as mad as everyone else about the Ivan Toney pick. It's confusing because Tuchel hasn't really like picked him before. I think he's played like once.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah. I mean he has been lighting it up in Saudi. Like
I think he got called up because of the lack of nines for England.
That's fair.
Lack of nines. They have like five they can choose from. What do you mean lack of nine? They have five they can choose from.
Okay, but who missed out that you think should have been going? That's better than Ivan Toney.
Calvert-Lewin, Danny Welbeck.
I don't think either of those guys are better than Ivan Toney.
They're still playing in the Prem. This guy's playing in Saudi Arabia.
That shouldn't be the only point. I don't think. Guy is Ronaldo not better than like I don't know. I could name 10,000 guys.
Even
like,
Nielsen.
Saudi, yeah, like
I was thinking that too because I was looking at this squad earlier and it's like regardless of the comp, I'm like thinking about him as opposed to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Just a stats angle, not play style. Like, is it harder to score 40-something goals in Saudi comps or 14 Premier League goals? Like, 14 Premier League goals isn't easy, but I think people sleep on Saudi sometimes.
Not to mention, Ivan Toney is probably a top 5 penalty kick taker in the world, and
so they brought him to take penalties. Okay, I got you.
Hey,
they might have.
You never know.
Well, they have Harry Kane, who's the best striker in world football. So I mean,
yeah, but hey, when England won in penalties at the Euros, Ivan Toney did take one of them. So I think he's going to be the penalty kick master.
That's valid. Yeah, I don't hate that pick as much as everyone else. I mean, he's still young too. Like I don't think
it's also like say what you
Not
want
young,
about
but
Saudi, but like they're players. It's not like they're blind.
yeah.
Sometimes some of the highlights make them look blind, but they're not.
And the league overall has gotten better. Like
Oh,
there's a
for
big
sure.
difference between Saudi now and Saudi in like
Yeah,
2018
but
or something.
you're talking about we're not talking about Joe Schmoes that don't score goals in England. We're talking about Danny Welbeck and Dominic Calvert-Lewin who have double-digit goals in the Premier League.
But I think Tony's 40 goals in Saudi is more impressive.
Please, okay. Tony couldn't even score 40 goals against 11 blind guys.
Guy, Tony, if he was still in the Prem, would have more than 15 goals this past season.
Well, all penalties?
Hey, guy, you don't say the same when I mentioned that about Igor Thiago.
He's not a pen merchant, though. He's just not.
Yeah, it's tough.
Sorry, guy. Igor Thiago is a better striker than Ivan Toney. It's already been established.
Ivan Toney did do what Thiago did at Brentford, though. Let's not forget.
Without Keith
Dang.
Andrews.
Yeah, with Thomas
Igor
Frank.
Thiago did it with a set piece coach. Big difference there.
Keith Andrews
Anyways.
is him, though.
Any last thoughts before we each give our prediction for what we think the lineup will be?
Nah, I do think there was a little bit of surprise, but I think most of the surprise for me was kind of in the defense and the midfield. I don't think the forwards are too insane.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Just like we have for each of the last two squad reactions, we'll each go around here and list what we think England's lineup will be versus Croatia in their opener. Disclaimer, this is what we think Tuchel is going to put out, not our personal preference, but I don't mind going first here because I have it up. Jordan Pickford in goal, not much to say about that. Center back pairing of Gahey and Konsa. I think Tuchel has liked them two together in the recent camps. I'm going to go Nico O'Reilly at left back. This past season speaks for itself. And Reece James as a right back, who probably the best Reece James we saw was at Chelsea under Tuchel. So hopefully he gets the best out of him this summer. The two midfielders here as the double pivot, it's going to be Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson. I think Elliot has earned his place in this team. And then here as the left winger, I'm going to go Marcus Rashford. Right winger, Bukayo Saka. At the 10 here, kind of a bold shout, but my personal prediction, I think Morgan Rogers is going to start over Jude Bellingham. Tommy T loves Rogers. He did have some beef with Jude Bellingham and his potty mouth in the earlier camps. So I think he backs Morgan Rogers, and he has earned it. But back to what Mason was saying, Jude Bellingham, England's most underrated player, overhated as well. And then at the 9, not much to say. Harry Kane, potential Ballon d'Or winner if he gets this World Cup. And yeah, that's what I think the lineup will be.
Yeah, sadly, for the content's sake, I did pretty much the exact same thing, except I had Jude over Elliot Anderson. I had a Jude and Morgan Rogers coexistence, but I literally wrote it down before, and everything else is the exact same besides that. So
you think Declan Rice and Jude start next to one another?
Yeah, I actually did. If you see, I had Elliot Anderson in the middle right there, and it's scribbled off. Obviously, it's hard to see, but I just feel like Jude has kind of started to play a little bit of a deeper role at Real Madrid, and it wouldn't shock me. And I feel like if you're just going with best players you got, that's probably what they'll go with. But if you're going for more of a play style type of thing, I don't think Anderson's a crazy shout either.
Yeah.
I just felt I was going to put Jude at the 10, but then it's like you said, like, Tuchel loves Morgan Rogers. I was like, I'm not going to leave him out. So
yeah. And it's like it's one of those things we're doing what we think he's going to put out, not what we...
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, people forget, because of Jude's wonder season under Ancelotti, like, Jude came up as a box-to-box midfielder through Dortmund.
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah,
not
exactly.
he's not a 9. Like, he is a box-to-box midfielder.
Right.
And he's really good at it. So it'll be
Agreed.
interesting. They got a lot of guys, but Ethan, what do you think Tommy T puts out for the opener?
Tommy T didn't give me a lot to pick from here, but I have Pickford in goal. Reece James right back. I've gone with Gahey and General John Stones at center back. I don't believe this Ezri Konsa hype. I think he's just there to clear the ball. He offers nothing for England. Don't even know why he's actually on the plane.
But
I'd rather take a
Tuchel kind of
paraplegic
loves
than-
him. He loves.
I don't see why. He's just I don't know. He's just your classic English center half. He doesn't offer you anything. He's not that great with the ball. This guy was playing in I don't even know Exeter, Barnes, one of those teams, Brentford a few years ago.
Reading.
So, Nico O'Reilly, left back. Should have been Shaw, but that's a topic for another day.
That's crazy. I'm sick of Luke Shaw.
Alberto Carlos still got it.
If Joey was here,
Let's put
hear
Kyle
that
Walker
too.
at right back too.
So the midfield was a little tough for me to pick. I went with Rice, obviously, even though this guy passes the ball sideways and backwards more than forwards. But yeah, this guy deserves a Ballon d'Or, definitely. So his partner, originally I had Kobe Mainu because I feel like this guy deserves to start for England. Just for all the stuff he's been through, and Michael Carrick came in and made this guy into an absolute animal.
He balled in Euro 2024 as well.
That is true.
But I did go with the Prince of England, the man that's going to be the greatest English player ever to live. That's Jude Bellingham.
Same as Mason.
Should be a Ballon d'Or winner, but it's all right. I have Rashford on the left, Saka on the right, and I have Iberechi Eze down the middle.
Wow, you think
The
Tuchel's
true?
I considered him as well. I considered him.
He's a better footballer than Morgan Rogers.
He's good. I love Eze, but that's Ooh, I feel like I can't differentiate the two. Like I feel like they're just both the same. Like they're just both nasty.
They are both really good.
Yeah. If you don't start Eze, then I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know if he will, man. He likes Morgan Rogers.
Dude, he has Morgan Rogers glaze.
He does. But
and then at 9, I have the best striker in world football. Probably gonna win the Ballon d'Or this year. If he doesn't, then I lose all hope in the Ballon d'Or. Harold Kane.
I know.
Solid squad.
I also think he should be a lock for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, this World Cup is going to decide everything.
It is, unfortunately.
If they get bounced in the group stage, like he doesn't stand a chance.
Sadly.
He doesn't.
You think they will get bounced in the group stage?
No.
No.
What's the group? It's Croatia, Ghana,
and Panama.
Yeah, no way.
Dude, especially with the third place going through, like it's going to be tough for any of these major teams to get dead last.
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll see. Before we go, what do you guys, or how far do you guys think England makes it?
It would definitely depend on matchups wise, but I don't know why I've never been like huge on rating England, but of all the times recently where people have been convinced it's coming home, I feel like this one's less convincing to me than normal, despite the fact that they do have some really good players. But something about it, I'm feeling like a quarterfinal, round of 16.
Yeah,
I don't know why. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, this could go one of two ways. I feel like they could win the whole thing, and they could also get bounced in the group stage. I don't know. I'll give them I think Tuchel is a genius. Not a genius, but he's a good manager.
Mhm.
This is really hard. I'm gonna go quarterfinals as well. I think they've done really well in a lot of tournaments recently. Dude, if they make it to another final and lose, I mean, just merge with Ireland and Wales. Like, do something.
Yeah, chalk it. UK team.
Yeah. What about you, Ethan?
It's smelling around the 16. I don't know. It's the team isn't good. It's like if say just like Saka doesn't perform, you're gonna bench him for who? Madueke? Madueke ain't much better. Like if you brought like a Foden or a Palmer, those guys are right on level with him, probably even better than him.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know.
We'll see what
And then
happens.
Marcus Rashford gets hurt, and your nation's
Oh yeah,
hopes
Marcus Rashford gets hurt.
lie on Anthony Gordon's shoulders.
Yeah.
To be fair to him, he's had a good season, but I just don't think he's that great of a player.
I don't know.
Well,
We'll see
yeah,
how it goes.
it looks like none of us are really backing him this year. I don't. It's just an overall sense of it doesn't feel that way. I don't know
No, it
how else
doesn't.
to describe it.
I don't see them. I don't see Tuchel being right.
Yeah, I'm
He'll
also
be so-
I'm also a Southgate sympathizer. I like Gareth Southgate, so
He's the English Fernand Sanch.
he low key is overhated, way overhated. I've been on that rant on this channel many times, but it's true.
It is, yeah. I don't know. I can't picture them celebrating the World Cup without Foden, Palmer, Maguire, and all those guys not being there.
Exactly. It just doesn't like you picture Ezri Konsa starting in a World Cup semifinal. Not really. Not really. Well,
I don't think it's coming home this summer, guys.
sorry guys. The Americans ain't backing you.
It's gonna make them like us even
Yeah,
less.
as much as we're already despised on the internet,
Yeah.
it'll only
Yeah.
grow. But
All right, everyone. Well, that'll conclude our England squad reaction. Make sure to please give us a like, subscribe. We're close to 200, and we're going to continuously pump out this World Cup content for you guys. Make sure to comment, and if you disagree, please let us know. Let us hear it. We want to hear all feedback. So let us know what country we should do next as well. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Peace.